Yeah, you guys got that right. The Hawks really took it to Maryland this past Saturday. They controlled the time of possession 41 minutes to 19. And on top of that, the Iowa defense held the Terps to just 115 total yards. And we saw another awesome circus catch from Brandon Smith. Nate Stanley with the perfect pass and a one-hand snatch from Brandon Smith. The only other touchdown in the game came on this fumble recovery from Anthony Nelson when Tyrell Pigram fumbled it and kicked it into his own end zone. This secured the victory for the University of Iowa 23-0. The famous Alabama head coach Bear Bryant once said, "Offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships." And the way the Iowa football team played on Saturday, it might get some attention from the College Football Selection Committee. With more is DITV Sports Director Bowman.
The Iowa defense was so dominant against Maryland this weekend, it had some wondering if it's good enough to be a championship team.
It's hard to tell. I guess next week would be a good test for us to see where we're at. So, we're going to get prepared and get ready for next week.
The defense shut out Maryland, a goal they set for every single game.
That was our goal, every game, to make sure they don't score, because if they don't score, then we win the game.
And the offense complemented the defense, winning the time of possession 41 minutes to 19.
So we were able to get stops, and we were doing our job all around. And then when the offense had the ball, they controlled it, and they were taking good drives and taking a lot of time off that clock,
which makes it so much easier for the offense.
It gave us a lot of short fields, a lot of opportunities to keep the ball in our hands, with some 3 and outs,
which creates a great team balance, something Coach Ferentz loves in a team.
Defensively too, today was a very different preparation than a week ago. So can you adjust your scheme to make it work against the attacks that you see in college football? That's a big challenge.
And next week's challenge will be even bigger when the Hawks travel to Penn State to take on the number 17th ranked Nittany Lions. Reporting from Kinnick Stadium, Bowman, DITV Sports.
That game at Penn State should be a good one. Last season, Penn State broke my heart like I was a toy, and they were a rampant toddler, and I'm not a player. So I do expect the Hawkeyes to be searching for some revenge this weekend. Also this weekend, Hawkeye Soccer hosted their final game of the season against the Northwestern Wildcats. The Hawks started off strong with a goal from senior Rose Ripslinger, who was assisted by Devin Burns. However, Iowa was not able to come back after a goal from Northwestern's Marissa Vigiano in the second half. The Hawks struggled on offense, which resulted in overtime play, but either team could not get the ball in the net, resulting in a tied game.
Well, we saw two teams kind of fighting for a lot at stake. They needed to win, we needed to win. Became a pretty physical game, and we get a special goal from Rose Ripslinger, in the first half, and I thought the second half we didn't play as well as we should have. We missed opportunities technically and tactically.
It was such a fun day, being senior day. I love all these girls. They really gave it their all today, and that's all you can really ask for. Yeah, very disappointing, but hopefully for these girls moving on, it's nothing but motivation for next year.
Maintaining our home field unbeaten streak, which is pretty awesome to never have been beaten on our home field this season, so that was something to be proud of at the end of the season.
Unfortunately for Iowa, they did not make the Big Ten tournament, so that was their final game of the season. That's it for me in the sports studio, but be sure to come back tomorrow to hear from Iowa Athletic Director Gary Barta.